Hello guys, welcome and thank you for tuning to our fresh and new episode with Hotspot with Dr. Kichungi, the only show here in Kenya that we promote and discuss the emerging issues revolving around the celebrities, the music, the entertainment and the movies, not only in Kenya but in Africa and globally. As always, we have a great lineup show for you where we have a great lineup show for you that trended this week, from Eric Omondi staging his protest in Parliament Road, to the LGBTQ, to the Grammys and all that. We got it covered here. As always, I'm here with
Cheryl Omondi
and
Ken Care.
Thank you. We'll be right back after this short break. Okay guys, as you know, this week has been a lot, especially hapa Kenya. Kumekuwa na lot of trending issue, emerging issues yenye imekuwa from Monday tuliona hapo Erika Omondi, the president of comedy. They also proclaimed activist wa Kenya akistage hapo protest with well-built men that is standing rights for Kenya. Ati sijui anafaitia starvation hapa Kenya. And this is not the first time that Eric has been arrested there. Early last year, on October, pia alikuwa arrested there. He even changed himself some point of the year. Do you think, I want your views on this, do you think that Eric Omondi is doing this as an influence ama mnaona tu anatetea wa Kenya? Cheryl, maoni yako ni gani?
Hata mimi nafikiria for a greater part anaifanya as cloud chasing, juu ni kitu amefanya before.
Okay.
Sasa hatuwezi kuwa tunasema tu it's just for the people ama for nini. Amekuwa na several instances where amekuwa cloud chase. Nimeona Millicent Omanga alikuwa amesema this is just an entertainer trying to be relevant again. Juu kama tunaweza ona siku hizi Eric amepoteza the momentum as a comedian. Unaona? Siku hizi comedy zero. Sasa anatafuta several ways kuwa relevant to us. And cloud chasing in Kenya unapata it's a way yenye most people wanatumia kwa relevant. Ukiangalia hata other celebrities, that's the case. Yeah.
Okay. So according to Cheryl, Eric is just making a show in order to stay relevant kwa industry. Do you think that it's true, Bwana Kenny?
Yeah, I have two takes on this issue. Because unajua, first of all, Eric ni mtu mwenye anapenda publicity sana.
Okay.
Eric, after every 2 weeks, ana come up with a stunt that will try to make him stay on top of the charts. Yani hataki kutoka kwa midomo ya Wakenya kabisa. But my second thought is, hii issue ya starvation ni issue yenye equally inahitaji the attention, more attention. Na Eric to take an effort kwenda to the streets, it's also, ukiangalia on the positive side, it is a wake up call to the government and to the stakeholders wachukue responsibility to try to do what? To try to salvage the people in northeastern and other parts of the country from starvation. So from one point nafikiria Eric try to stay relevant, and on another side nafikiria pia he had the thoughts of Kenya in his mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I think ukiweigh the two things, unapata like cloud chasing iko on a higher level.
Yeah.
Juu kuna several ways angetumia. Peaceful ways angekuja aonge na like kuna tu njia nyingine yenye angepitia than cause drama na hizo vitu zote. And I think cloud chasing number one.
So you think he was radical?
Alikuwa so radical.
Okay, so according to my co-host, wanasema ati Eric ni publicity stunt ndo anacheza hapa. So what are your views, audience? Is Eric trying to stay relevant kwa industry ama ni showbiz tu ndo ana create kama hapo awali na venye tumemzoea? So
but
uko na ya kuongezea?
One issue is about the arrest. You know, the constitution of Kenya ina guarantee everyone a right to picket and a right for peaceful demonstrations. But sasa ukiona the arrest, it is kind of out of the law of Kenya for someone to just hold a peaceful demonstration. Si ati alikuja with any kind of violence ama alikuja with any kind of noise. But being arrested in that place, it is kind of more out of this world. Yani, we are a progressive nation.
Okay.
Na people should not just be arrested for any kind of matter.
Okay.
Na he was trying to voice something that tunaona kweli it is happening.
Okay. But I think Mr. Eric, he created a blockade. Don't you think he was saying he took a more, radical means to air out his views? Ndio maana ikalead to his arrest.
Kenyans have spoken.
Intervention.
Kenyans have spoken. It has been on the news for like the longest time that people are suffering. So there's a famous saying that goes, wherever diplomacy does not apply, you must use a little force.
A little force.
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
So, kama pia uko na njaa, Eric alishatoa a public express. Beba certificate yako, kama ni mama mboga, beba mamboga zako, mpatane pale State House, wear out your views to our honorable President Ruto. Na he said that he knows that Ruto anawajali na atawasikiza. So let's go on to another trending issue of the week yenye imetrend. It's yesterday. And this is a matter that has been concerned sana. Imeongelewa sana na watu wengi, from the movie industry to the music industry to the government to the churches, the LGBTQI crisis. Tunaita crisis juu ni kama imekuwa menace sama. Sindio? So yesterday the Supreme Court of Kenya, they authorized the LGBTQ community to have the right of association. That is, that they can cling themselves to any association, to any NGO or any other forum freely. Na haikuwa illegal hapo nyuma, ni venye haikuwa imeongelewa na haikuwa imeruhusiwa. So what do you think? Is Kenya becoming more liberal to this community, or ama they have thing to gain from it?
I feel like Kenya inakuwa more open-minded towards this,
because
it's something that's there. It's something that has been there. Ni venye unapata in Kenya it happens, but then kila mtu ako hash hash. Hakuna mwenye anataka kuongelelea.
Okay.
But it happens. Yeah, it happens. So I feel like tunasonga mbele. These people are humans too. They have a right, same thing na venye mimi niko na a right to do things.
Okay.
Unaona, I can form an association na nikuwe registered NGO and everything. Pia hao wako na hiyo right pia hao. Yeah, I feel like kwenye tunaenda, si ati sasa mseme Kenya sasa si wote tuko LGBTQ. But pia hao ni humans same way na mimi na wewe. Unaona? So I feel like it's a good stance, it's a good take. Yeah.
Kenya, are you agreeing with our beautiful Miss Cheryl that Kenya is more open-minded and taking things to, a better future by making, the LGBTQI community be recognized? Do you think that it's proving to be good for this community, for the Kenyan nation?
Yeah, at some point, surprisingly, I'll agree with Sherry.
Okay.
Because I believe these organizations have been there.
But
the name lesbian and gay is what has been added to the organizations. Yani ikwe like a label.
Okay.
But they have been there, and as Cheryl have said, hawa ni watu tu wa kawaida.
Ni watu.
But sasa this should not be an excuse for them to like public display of affection and all that. Because Kenya is a conservative society, and we have kids that are growing up. So if you want to do your thing, do it behind the scenes. See that you ukuje into the public to display, to try to prove to us that this is who you are and this is what you are. We that is none of our business. So if you must do your thing,
do them privately,
behind closed doors.
Lakini kama if they've already been guaranteed the right for association, don't you think they'll take things to a more leveled up step?
They should try to consider other factors na other spectrums of Kenyans.
Okay.
They should try to put that into consideration. They should try to understand that Kenya, it is not, LGBTQ is not the issue that we'll eat from morning to evening.
Tuko na mashida ba?
Yeah, we have other problems. But I don't dispute any of that. Dispute any of that. It is their right. It is guaranteed.
They are humans.
Yeah, they are humans.
So, what do you agree with Cheryl and Mr. Kenny that they are humans though they should do things privately, ama tunafaa kuwakemea pamoja in one voice? I want you to air out your voice pale channel zetu zote kwa Instagram, Twitter, Dr. Kichungi. Moving on, the Sex for Work documentary by Bwana Tom Odulo. You know, this thing has been raging, na si familiar. This thing happens. Ni venye tu imekuwa showcased and it has been exposed. But this was specifically for women. Ilikuwa imetarget women wenye wamepitia hizi mashida kutoka kwa supervisors wao. So the British companies, the Finlays and the Unilever, pia wame speak up about it. Do you think that this documentary will bring about change to the gender, especially the female gender?
Unaona, as a woman,
okay, as a woman,
so touched with that documentary.
Even men have been touched, okay?
I'm speaking as a woman
as
because
woman.
I'm a woman,
okay.
I can relate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I feel like the documentary brings so much change in the country. This is something that happens.
Yeah, it
this
happens.
This is something, unapata situations, umeenda kutafuta attachment, someone anakuwa, most people in power wanataka, you have to give me something for me to give you. Awangalia hata qualifications.
No.
What can you give?
It's a take give.
Inakuwa like very sexual oriented. So naona mimi I've been through something like that kama an actress. Unapata someone a director anakuja on to you anakuambia, okay, this is what I can give you. Utapata roles, utapata all this. But then kuna catch. You have to do something. Hata ikuwa imesema ati you have to give me what, inakuwa you have to do something. You know, you have to. Hizi mambo wanapeleka kama niseme venye mtu anakuomba corruption ikui ati nipe pesa, nipe corruption, nipe bribe, kachai kadogo. Unaona? Sasa nataka ujijazie. Na nimeona the women hapo kwa T ilikuwa hao watu in power walikuwa zile za kwani ujui venye kunaendanga nikikuguza sijui nini.
Yeah, even grandmothers.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad. Unapata sasa woman sijui tunafaa kutembea na guns huku nje.
No.
So it's not safe.
It's not safe.
It's not safe.
It's not. And how did you feel? Just how did you feel?
Yeah, so hard. Naongea sasa nasikia moyo inachemka, nasikia anga iko ndani. This is so bad.
Ni ngumu kusahau.
It's so bad.
Bwana Kini, what's your take on this?
Yeah, I think that documentary should be an eye-opener.
An eye-opener?
Yeah, should be an eye-opener. Poverty is a real issue in this country, in Africa, and even globally. And ukijaribu kuput into this perspective that this issue has been there for like ages, but sasa ikiwa news item ndio tunaiongelelea. But other times people are very wameinyamazia, like
they've just stepped on it.
Hawataki kuiongelelea. And you know, we as humans, we have a tendency over news item in a trend for 1 week, 2 weeks, and then tunasahau, we don't talk about it. But if you don't tackle the issue from the grassroots, haitawaisha. If the government does not take steps to try and eradicate poverty in this country and even Africa, haitawaisha. First, creation of employment, giving equal opportunities to everyone, male and female. Seti, when a female walks into an office, ni lazima apeane kitu kidogo, but si kitu kidogo yenye watu wamezoea.
Si kitu kidogo.
Yeah, ndio apewe kazi. Equal opportunities should be provided. Equal education should be provided, ndio hata akikuja at a table akona papers to show, and education should also be provided very well. And employment, I think the government should just create more employment opportunities. Na pia sisi, we try to be innovative in our own ways. We should not wait for that employment to come to us. And I will emphasize on, let us not make this a news item na the next day we forget about it.
I get you.
That will be so sad.
But viewers, what do you think? Is it that the documentaries are mostly facing the issues affecting women, or they've neglected the boy child? Because even boys really suffer out here. Kwa majobs pia wana suffer, but the only documentaries yenye unaweza pata like sex for grades in universities, mostly those are BBC, sex for work. Don't you think even the boy child is suffering here and watu tu wamenyamazia? Cheryl?
Yeah, I feel like what Tom has done, hiyo ndo real journalism inafaa kuwa.
Uh-huh.
So venye ame voice out for the women, I think someone else anafaa kuchukua, mtu anachukua the chance kuongelelea the men. Ama utapata like social media, utapata two people wataka out to speak about these things. Yeah.
So
with time. But I know ni kitu ina happen huko nje.
Yeah,
ni venye men wako more vocal compared to us.
Okay.
The truth is the boy child has always been shunned. Mwanaume ni kukua strong and all that.
Kwa strong bwana, wewe ni mwanaume.
Yeah, wewe ni mwanaume kuwa strong. That is why you've come up with issues like mama. Mtu anaenda kwa mama to be able to finance his life, to be able to live comfortably and all that. But sasa haiko vocal, we don't have more people to speak about the boy child.
Yeah.
We don't have people who can stand up for the boy child.
Yeah.
That is why it is kind of one way, it is kind of biased towards the female gender. But pia, this thing should just be a balance. See that we lean on one side
and forget the other side.
Yeah, it is two-way.
Okay, thank you sana Bwana Kini for your comments. Hapo viewers pia nataka mshare comments zenyu. Should we be more lenient to both genders ama tunafaa kuegemea side moja, si ndio? Mtatupatia comments zenyu hapo. Moving on, tunaenda kwa another issue yenye limetrend I think partly last week kuhusiana na the celebrity life code and lifestyles. So tunapata Doria Chege just came out. She was so plain saying that being a celebrity, I don't know if it's only in Kenya, but hata pia majuu, it's tough because you mostly fake your life. At any angle. Iwe kuanzia dress code, iwe in your marriages, you and your kids, hapo nje, kwa mahoteli, you just fake. Doria Chege said that yeye ni celebrity, but sometimes she can get broke, but hawezi hata umbado to any of his friends because marafiki wanajua as long as you're celebrity, you are rich. Do you think Doria Chege did the right thing by, coming out and exposing the celebrity life?
Yeah. I feel like celebrities, sisi wenyewe kama fans tumeka celebrities on a pedestal. Unaona celeb, so long as amewaka kule TikTok, kule YouTube, music wise unakuwa okay, this person has money. Sasa hii ukienda unasema kwa mfano Diamond alafu muombe pesa akwambie mimi I don't have, utakuwa vile
Diamond.
How?
Diamond ana pesa.
You are a king in Africa. You are a king music wise in Africa. So but I feel inakuwa so bad juu unapata someone mwenye ana come up like influencer ana come up. Unapata anaanza kulive fakely because yeye anajua ukiwa celeb lazima uwe na gari. Lazima uvae magushi, lazima ukue uko Dubai kidogo huko, sijui wapi uko wapi. It's very wrong.
Lazima ukule matako. Taco ya TACO.
Yeah, I feel it's very wrong juu inafanya this upcoming mental health issues juu.
Yeah,
kama unaona uwezi live up to venye akina Kylie Jenner akina penye wako unaona sijatoshea mboga. Na nao pia ni normal people kama to us. Unapata labda hii month pesa haijaingia ama nini. Kama hauna nini kunywa maziwa mala kama corazon kwa mboga, maziwa mala na ugali.
Yeah,
kama mfuko haiwezi.
Kama haiwezi.
Do you agree with that? My thoughts are, once you get out there as a celebrity, ukipata upenyo mahali na utokee, there's always that pressure to maintain that image. That pressure to maintain that image in that you want to keep up with, unajua kuna wenye walifika huko mbele yako, but you want to keep up with that lifestyle and all that. So you get the pressure becomes too much. By that time, sometimes we are all humans. We lack na kuna siku zenye tunapata. So even if hauna, you'll try to stay afloat. Na hiyo inakupea pressure, you try to overspend on the things that are more secondary. Na unaacha utaki kuonekana basic. Yani most celebrities don't want to be basic. They want to stay on top there. So I think Doria is right. Doria is right to say what she said. I support what she said. Yeah, people should try and
waelewe
waelewe.
Namna-
Alafu
They are
pia
humans.
the celebrities wanafaa pia au understand. Unakumbuka Maria Chokoza, huyu hitmaker wa Chokoza?
tumekuja Chokoza.
I saw interview alikuwa anafanya akisema the way alikuwa celeb, alikuwa na live up to a certain lifestyle, aka waste all the money and then all of a sudden all the money ikaisha. Kuna celebrities wengi tumepata, unapata from unatoka juu alafu all of a sudden uko chini umeishiwa kabisa.
Yeah, the likes of Omosh, Tidy High.
Omosh Tidy High ameisha, na ni wengi, the list continues. Kwanza wale the pioneers, naweza celebrity the pioneers celebrities wa Kenya wengi wako chini. I think maisha haikuwa kubali ndio ali create standards si zao. Si ndio?
Yeah.
So nyinyi mnaonaje huko? Unajua mtu ni celeb huko kwenyu, Brayo fulani ni celeb mwenye amejaribu kuishi kama journalist kama mimi na akaishiwa nguvu. You can just, it's good to help a brother.
Mtu anakaa njana amevaa beach.
Help a brother, si ndio? Just air out your comments on how we can push this agenda ya watu wa QSM, si ndio? So with that, we are gonna take a short break, na tukirudi we have some goodies on the way. Stay tuned.